All right, we're live, we're up, we're running. And we're going to be doing some drafto. We'll wait a minute here, but we will definitely be drafting. Hi. How are people? Thinking we're going to jump in one of these bad beasts here. Maybe whichever one of these gets to 2. We'll probably just jump in. Hey Fabio, what's up? Hey guys. Good evening. Hey, Meta, what's up? Zach, you sleep too early. You disappoint. Hey, no one cares. What's up, man? What is up? Sorry, sweethearts. I've heard that before. Usually it's another like another hour away, but I'm streaming a little earlier tonight. Looks like this thing's having a hard time firing. I'm pretending. I'm doing my best to pretend. All right, we're in one. I think this one will fire quicker. Usually just jump in the one that'll fire the fastest. James, what's up, dude? Oh. That's nice. Greetings. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Got to go to work? I guess it depends on what you do for work. Usually it's not super fun. Though I guess technically I'm working right now, so I guess it is sometimes quite fun. Yeah, the 8-4 is still at 6, so this one's definitely going to fire first. We only need one more. And my friend Adam from that I've mentioned on the show a bunch of times, who's learning how to draft, just sent me his latest and greatest draft on Rare Draft. So I think what we're going to do is in between games, we will be reviewing his draft, which is right here. Oh, he got a Zergo. This is his pack 1, pick 1. What would you guys take out of this pack? What is the pick? I think I might open up the stream to non-Australian viewers this time. I went a little crazy a couple nights ago. I kicked out everybody that wasn't Australian, or made a few exceptions, perhaps. All right, we're in. Let's see what we get. Noblesse of War. Not a big fan of that one. I do enjoy a Palaka Worm and a Kozilek's Predator. Which one's better? I think they're actually really close. I'm just going to take the Worm. Worm fills a really nice role in a deck like this. Or in this format, I meant to say. Bolt? Sure. I think it's better than Necrogenesis. It's probably better than anything here. Lower scale coatl Plaxcaster. Is there anything else? Not so much, no. I think I'm just going to take this lower scale coatl. I think it's better than Plaxcaster Frogling. Sound keeps dropping? Don't know why. You guys let me know if that keeps happening, if you guys are having sound issues. I don't know why it would be. Sounds okay? Alright, well, I'll wait till a bunch more people freak out about sound. Yeah, alright. I think sound is okay. Now, more importantly, is our deck okay? Yeah, that's a fine start. Could run all of these in my commander deck. You can use ham however you want. Commander's Animar. He killed Darren. I actually can't make this bigger. That is one of the things I don't love about Rare Draft is I don't know how to make it bigger. Yeah, this is all on a Mac. Boilerworks or Everflowing Chalice? Probably just Boilerworks, I guess. Chalice is fine too. We are playing a Pelakka Worm. Take the Boilerworks. Hey, Johnny. Alright, a Bauble or a Shrewd Hatchling. I probably just got to be the adult here and take the Wayfarer's Bauble. I have done a Proliferate deck in Modern Masters too. In fact, I've done it twice, and I didn't really like it either time. If you don't interact with them, they do get to kind of go off. But like, if you kill their Thrumming Bird, their deck looks so much worse. It's just like, ugh. It's pretty cool, though. Like, the deck is cool, and it is powerful. It's not that it's not powerful. It is. It's just not as consistent or good as the others. Hey, Lee. What's up, man? Wow, this pack's bad. Thinking about taking a Sphere of the Suns, a Recall for Value, or a Kavu Primarch. And none of these things excite me. Yeah, I'm just going to take this Recall. Alright, here we've got Kathy, Crusher, or Sigil Blessing. Kathy's probably the most solid pick. Sigil Blessing's the highest upside. I'll take Kathy. Pre-releases at the shop. Haven't decided yet, probably. Actually, I actually really don't know that. I might be, but I might go to Canada. So it depends. You know, that's great. People are complaining that I'm now streaming too early. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go, James. That's the shop. Ooh, trying to pick up a Gideon. I like that. Two Fly Johnson. I did actually apply. Yeah, we'll see. I mainly just want to get those settings so that you guys can adjust the the viewer settings, because I stream at a pretty high resolution. I'm on a big old monitor here. People tell me that on their smaller devices they have a hard time. Jeez. Darksteel Citadel. Pretty late here. Is there a way we can move in on that? Not realistically. So I'll take Sphere. Another Darksteel Citadel and a Rusted Relic and a Fairy Mechanist? Wow, this is just absurd. I might have to actually just move over. If I get 2 packs of it all to myself, then it's still worth it. I'm going to take this Citadel. Yeah, it looks like we may have identified what is open, and it may be too late for us to capitalize on it, unfortunately. I mean, it's not... That would be our deck. Yeah, I think it's too late for us to really take full advantage here. I'll just hedge a little bit here. I don't think a plummet's something I'm that worried about. What's up, Mean It? It's not Canada Day for everyone. All right, let's see what happens here. Our last 4 picks were all very good affinity cards. Homunculus, Double Darksteel, and Mirror Enforcer were 4 out of our last 5. And those are totally fine cards. So, let's see if we get any... Of course, there's nothing for it here, but we get all types of stuff for the deck we started with. So, yeah, all right, fine. We didn't really give up with any of those picks anyway. Probably just a Bolt here. I love an Electrolyze and a Mystic Snake. But, I mean, this is Lightning Bolt. I don't know if you've read it. So I'll just take a Lightning Bolt here. Hey, Puppy Duck, what's up? The Doge, she went to sleep. She's sleeping somewhere around here. If she comes out, I'll grab her. We could do dog sit stream. I just found out that she's going back home tomorrow. Super sad about it. Hey, Dogma. I have read Electrolyze, and I do love the card, but Lightning Bolt, come on. Also, there is a non-zero chance that we get either Electrolyze or the Snake back. Hey, Yoni, what's up, man? So if we get one of those back, we'll be really happy about it. Where the Lightning Bolt is, we're just not getting that back. Anybody that's touching red will play the Bolt. But those other 2 gold cards are actually fairly difficult to cast. If they're both gone, I'll be a little sad. Because I would love to play either one of those. Ooh. Did it. Did it. That's a great pickup. Right on color, too. Oh, I got a favorite Origins card. There's no doubt about that. Good morning, Harp. Hope you're having some strong tea in the morning. My friend Sheila from England was she had some concerns about the tea that she got when she was at GP Vegas. It wasn't quite as strong as what she was used to. No, I can tell you what it is, though you probably already know. It's like Manowar, but not. I actually keep forgetting what it's called. I'm gonna find it now. Somebody tell me what the card's called. Manafor? Yeah, that guy. Thanks, Two Fly. That's awesome of you to say that. I appreciate it. I give you a virtual high five. Ooh, Foil Remand. Or I could take a Growth Chamber or a Blinding Soul Eater that I may or may not be able to activate. Is that Remand worth anything? Let's take a look. Remand. Modern Masters 2 foil. It's worth $1.33. Harbinger of the Tides. No, not that one. It's the other one's my favorite one. Take the Soul Eater then. Ooh, there's an Etched Oracle. Now that I just took a Soul Eater, I'm probably going to be playing an extra color. I'm going to take this Etched Oracle, although passing this Rampant Growth is painful. I'm hoping to pick up just a little bit more along those lines. Did somebody say it yet? Not Harbinger of the Tides. Separatist Void Mage. Thank you, Kazeel. Yes. Yes, I just saw your link there. You are correct. That's the one. That's the one that I like. And I was almost there, too. On the card image gallery. This guy right here. I mean, they can't all be jellyfish, right? I heard that movie's great, Puppy Duck. I heard it's just, like, ridiculously good. I haven't seen it myself. Alright. I'm going to take a Dimir Guildmage, and the truth is I don't actually like Dimir Guildmage as much as I thought I would after having first read it. But, spoiler alert, I drafted one in one of my CFB videos that'll be coming out in a while, and it was sick. I loved it. Take another Sphere as a backup plan here. Maybe. I'm not scheduled to go out to any GPs in England or even in Europe at the moment. Those are, Rich Hagen's stomping ground there, so he covers the GPs there with the European coverage team. But it's not out of the realm. I forgot to turn on one of my lights. Hold on. There we go. Hey, Matthew. Is it great? Yeah, Pixar they know how to do it. Hey, Shade of Hades, what's up? Midnight Banshee, that's not a card. Oof, none of these are really what I want. I'm trying to be 4-color. I'm trying to be not black here, but this Necrogenesis is definitely calling out to me. Yeah, I'm going to take it. These 2 packs have not been great. I could take a Tribal Flames and Evolving Wilds, or a Tezzeret's Gambit. And I don't know which one. Take the Gambit. Hedge with Eye of Ugin. What can I get? This guy? Pillory, I think Pillory's just okay. I'm not that sad about missing out on a Pillory. Alright, well, we could go ghetto here and take the Expedition map. We're already playing a Sphere of the Suns probably, which is bad. The map can get us 2 colors usually. Or I can take a Tribal Flames, which I think is what I want here. I don't have that much removal, and Tribal Flames should do 4 in our deck. That's cool, Harp, yeah. I met LSV once, too. Alright. Spread. What's my read on the 5 Planeswalkers? Yeah, I haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at them, but the one that really stood out to me was Nissa. That card looked great to me. That's just value across the board. That was the one that caught my eye the most, at least. There's a new Chromanticore? I'm interested. Wow, these packs, jeez. Yucky. Oh, new Chronometon. Did I read that wrong? Yeah, I did not. Kenyon just... I'm assuming you typoed, Kenyon. New Chronometon. What was that thing called again? Somebody ship a link or whatever. All good, Kenyon. In fact, that's just better news. Yeah, Nissa just looks super fantastic to me. Like I said, it's definitely the one that has caught my eye the most. Wow, this pack has been bad. Holy smokes. How are we supposed to win with this kind of pack? Ugh. Not really seeing much for anybody here. Hangerback Walker. So basically, if you take all this extra crap, for 2 mana, it's a Chronometon, right? It's a 1/1 Chronometon for 2 mana. And then you can do other stuff with it. Oh, when it dies, it gets them? Wow, that's a sick card. Yeah, I love that card. Wow, that's great. Frogler, you haven't missed much. We're in pack 3 of our first draft. I'm not going to play... Yeah, maybe I do need a Rakdos bounce. I don't know. I've got double Sphere, Bobble, and then double Sylvan Bounty. I don't know. This isn't the kind of deck this isn't the way this deck is supposed to play out, but here we are. Arcbound Ravager, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, Hangerback Walker's sweet. I definitely am a fan. Is it okay to talk about another MTG podcast? Yeah, of course. All right, well, we did get an expedition map, and I'm not above it. Oh, yeah, really good for staying open, too. That card is just excellent. Oh, yeah, you just slam it on turn 2, Ore. If you don't have another play, you just windmill it. You want to get that thing going as soon as possible. It's faster, right? Like, if you play it on turn 2, you can level it up and play a 2-drop on turn 3 anyway. And then it's what it would have been if you waited till turn 4 to cast it already. Oh, on Top Level? Yeah, I sometimes listen to Top Level. I like their show. I'm a big fan of both of those guys. They're pretty funny, too, when they get excited about a card. The hyperbole flows freely on that show. And the preview card they got's called Infinite Obliteration. It was like... It just can't be more non-normal amounts of obliteration. Yeah, I appreciate that, Kazeel. But yeah, I consider myself, part of the Magic podcast community, and I like to try to raise that up as whenever I get a chance. So, I mean, there's a few shows that I guess I'm not like a super huge fan of, but Top Level, I am a fan of. I subscribe to it. I only stream it this time for a couple of reasons, Clayton, Clay Davis. This is when it's most convenient for me. Everything's kind of settled down here on the home front, and so I can just fire up the stream. And I often draft during this time anyway, and I just figured, well, maybe you guys want to hang out and draft with me. But also, if you look at during the day, which is the other time when I would be streaming, it's packed up. I mean, I would be streaming when like Kenji does and Paul does and Neil does, who just got mentioned, Neil Oliver. He's a buddy of mine too. And I feel a little weird about streaming at the same time that other people are, especially when it's a lot of for them, it's their job, and so I'm a little more comfortable taking the time when there's not as many people on here. So, all right, I'll get yelled at. There we go. Telling time, Mana Leak can go. I think I'm going to play the Bauble and the Expedition map, which means I can cut a Sylvan Bounty, and that's probably our deck right there. This is an awkward deck. Tribal Flames is going to do 2, sometimes 3. I mean, we're kind of leaning on cards like Sphere and these bounce lands to fix our mana, as opposed to actually just searching up, real basics, which means that Tribal Flames gets worse. Can't play that guy. We are quite short on creatures here as well, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, you'd think it's a great time to stream, but it's also not. I mean, it's good, but it also limits my audience a lot. I mean, it's 11:30 on the West Coast, so a lot of people are in bed. And if you go to the East Coast, tons of people are in bed. So that's the majority of the U.S. audience, and I'm just like, nah. Thankfully, there's awesome people from Europe, Australia, everywhere else around the world, and then the night owls like me. So it does work out, but it's not an awesome time to stream, I don't think. I think it's like just kind of the time that I'm going to be doing it for now. Oh, this deck. Yeah, and it's great. I think it's great to have the European crowd, and I mean, I'll be honest. I think that the European chat crowd is just a nicer group of people than the typical chat. Although I will say, for individual streamers, that's much less so. But I've looked at the chat. When we stream, bigger events and stuff in the States versus Europe, and it just seems like the Europeans have like a little bit more of a chilled out chat for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. They've both gotten quite good, though, I will say. Yeah, this is just awful. And this is like the first time I've been basically just short playables. What did Kenyon said? Yeah, totally, Kenyon. And I'm not even partnered on Twitch, so I'm just doing it for fun. But I am trying to kind of look into it as a thing, look into it as a little, maybe an opportunity or a thing down the line or whatever. But whatever, for now I'm just doing it for fun. I don't care. And which is why I'm here, obviously. Yes, I do have a pretty chill style as well. I am from the West Coast where this is how we roll. So I'm just laid back. Day's over for me, so it's just time to draft and hang out with you guys. It's where I want to be anyway. Right where I want to be. Where I don't want to be is trying to figure out what friggin' card I can put in this deck as my 23rd. I don't have a single actual playable. I could take one of these blue cards, but if you look, the only blue I actually have are these two right here. This could be double black or some blue. I guess it's just leak. Ugh. I mean, that is the best of the cards that I'm not playing, and it is not very good. All right. So we need to draw this a lot. And then I think we're okay. Yeah, you know, Clayton, I filled out the form or whatever, so they're looking at it. I'm sure it'll work out at some point. I'm not that worried about it. I don't really care. Do I want 1 planes for this Blinding Soul Eater? I can find it quite easily. It would help with Tribal Flames as well. This deck is a complete abomination. This could just be the worst deck I've drafted in the format, which is sad because the last deck draft I did, which again was going to be a video on CFB, was my favorite deck I've had in the format. It was sweet. I'll make sure to tweet that one when it goes up. I try not to spam my Twitter too much with stuff, but that video was fun, and I didn't even play that good, but my deck was super sweet. I guess I'll run one planes here. Wish us luck. So what we're going to do is, this is a 6222, so we'll be liberal. How did I get the LR logo made? I hired somebody to do. I hired Justin Treadway. If you guys know him, he designed a bunch of shirts and a bunch of the early Star City Games sleeves and deck boxes and stuff. He's a sick artist, and I worked with him to get the thing done. Look at this nut draw. I don't think I want a telling time, and maybe I do. I don't know. I have really good luck for future reference. That is the truth. I do. You will not find me arguing that point. You know, that's funny, Alpha. That's cool that you remember that logo. I'll show you something in between rounds. Remind me after the round, and I'll show you what I've got left over from that, from the good old days. We're just doing it here, kids. All right, well, let's see what happens here, but I'm going to start using Dimir Guildmage to draw some cards, I think. I'm out of gas. Can't really cast anything, so I'll probably just do it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, I could spread the sickness on this thing, though. That just does not seem good. I think I'd rather just use my mana to draw a card. Oh, sweet. Boom. Look at this. Oh, man, this is great. I wonder if I should have just Tribal Flames that. I do get in for 5 if I do. I kind of feel like the Inner Flame Igniter is ignorable. But maybe I should just be more aggressive here. I happen to get the aggressive draw. I could have played the Forest to give myself a chance to play Pelakka Worm too if I got lucky. Alright, well, he's not going to be happy about that. Well, we're going off now. Alright, Pelakka Worm incoming. I think Fiery Fall is great. Resolves. I think I'm just going to slam Pelakka here. I got the combo now, but I can't really do it the way I want. So we'll just slam Pelakka Worm. Ship it. Oh yeah, this deck is a real masterpiece. Oh god, I'll take that. No, this deck is horrible. Like, so we're in a 6-2-2-2, and this is where we're on Operation Get 2 Packs Back. Like, if we run good like we have this game, then we can get 2 packs back. That combo's pretty good too, Puppy Duck. But I think Lore Scale Quaddle with Dimir Guildmage is pretty sweet too. Yeah, I agree, Kenyon. Yeah, and he's just given up. All right. Let's pretend like we have a sideboard. Combust. Yes. Sundering Vitae would probably be not unreasonable, though I do want to see some target for it. But with white, you can hit Arrest Oblivion Ring, and then since they're white-red, it could be any number of equipment as well. But I want to see it. I'm not that concerned. Probably just going to kill Mana Leak here. My opponent saw Mana Leak, might even play around it. You get quite a bit of value. This is a keeper? On the draw, yeah, I'll keep it. I need to find a land out of the next like 2 to 3 draws, but that's a good plan. I mean, just any land gets us like unlocked into, you know, 4 or 5 mana sources or whatever. Oop. Well, I meant to actually play that expedition map, but oh well. We have 2 lightning bolts here too, so finding a land. Oh yeah, this would be good. Lando? All right. I'll wait. I think this is a keep. We're on the draw. Any land gets us where we need to go. I mean, we even missed it, and I think we're going to be fine here. Savage Twister is a big part of the equation. Lightning Bolt, we've even drawn a second Lightning Bolt, but just one was pretty good. Forest? Mountain. All right, well, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to bolt here while my opponent's completely tapped out. Yeah, what am I to draw it by 3 or a like 85? $1,000,005? Yeah, it's really tempting to just crack the map to get something to like play a Coatl, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to play Cathodian. If Cathodian dies, I get to use my map anyway. Yeah, the natural domain every time seems to have failed it. Failed us. It's not free. I'm going to expedition map for a bounce land. So that I can continue to hit my land drops. All right, we did it. Yeah, you guys can see the truth. He's right here. Truth always has to make a stream appearance. He's such a greedy, spotlight-hogging Truth. We don't have any, though. That's my boy. Back up here. There's the Truth. He just hangs out behind me for this stream. 80 to 83%. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, I wanted to show you. So I've got this drawer here where I've got a bunch of stuff. A bunch of LR-related gear. So I've got things like this, which are just huge stacks of LR stickers. I send these out with the Patreon thank you cards, and also just to anybody that wants one, really. But I found these the other day. Check these out. Going old school. Remember those? Yeah. I got a whole bunch of these still. They're discontinued. Phased them out. But I've still got a stack of them. Yes, Eric, they will. The limited resource. So here's the deal with the limited resources sleeves and such. Channel Fireball is going to be carrying them. We are currently waiting for the shipment to arrive from overseas, which is quite a process as it turns out. It's been going through for, I don't know, a few months now. Lee, what's up, dude? How goes? Good to see you. But anyway, and they're supposed to come. Well, they're supposed to come within about a month. Is the conservative estimate. Sometime in July, I think. And when they're here, I'll make sure to let people know. All the old school LR listeners are like, yes. Everybody else is like, that doesn't look as cool as the one you have now. All right, so should we go over my buddy Adam's draft here or what? No, I don't think they're going to sell out this time, Matthew. I think they ordered a bunch of them. I think we should have plenty. Yeah, I try to get those things as reasonable as possible. I just like to get them in the hands of the people that want them. I made a little bit of money off of the last batch of sleeves, but not very much. They're not a big. They're not actually worth the trouble, to be honest. Like, you make a little bit off of it, but you have to spend so much time making sure the shipment's coming and it gets screwed up and all this stuff. And it's like, if you did your hourly, you would just be like, nah, I think I'll just go work at McDonald's or whatever. But they're cool to have. And I have to say, like, that is one of my favorite feelings is when I go to a GP and I see somebody playing with the sleeves or have a deck box or whatever. It's just awesome. I did not expect that. I just thought, well, this is something cool that people wanted or whatever. But then, yeah, when it came down to it, it was like, I saw somebody with one and I'm like, that's sick. That is super cool. The t-shirts too. Now those did sell out. There's a few left, but they're only in like 1 or 2 sizes, left on the site. But we're going to be reordering those too. So what's the pick here? I know this is a little bit small and I apologize, but Rare Draft is such. I'm curious what you guys would pick out of this pack. That's a good place for it, Kazeel. I like that. There's a Behemoth. There's a Zergo. There's a Summy P. Glade Watcher. That's about it. Zergo's 3 ticks. Oh yeah, of course there's the Outrider too. You guys just reminded me of something. So we're doing the Sunset Show this week. And Call Seisma Behemoth is definitely going to win the award for most controversial. I still have never seen a card that, across the board, so many people who I respect disagreed with. Yeah, no, like setting aside Rare Draft, I mean, Zergo's probably worth a ticket or two, but it's not like a big bomb or whatever. Oh, that's awesome, Two Fly. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really glad about that. All right, well, let's see what Adam picked. Ooh, geez, he went for Champion of Arishan. That guy's crazy. All right, well, let's see what he picked. What his next pack looks like. Looks like he's got a Sandcrafter Mage he could take here. I'd take the Sandcrafter Mage here. Yeah, that's what he took. Good job, Adam. Next one, there's a Summy P. Oh, a Student. This is kind of close. Descent of the Dragons is interesting too. Yeah, everybody took the Sandcrafter. What do you guys like about on this one? People like this card. I don't really like it very much. I think I would take Student myself. Let's see what Adam took. He went for the rare. Or the mythic rare, I should say. Ooh. Misthoof Kirin? That's a nice pickup. He's got to take that, right? Yeah, he took it. Now he gets a Sprinting Warbrute pretty late here, too. I like that better than the Outrider. Ooh, he took the Outrider. I think I would take the Sprinting Warbrute over the Outrider. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I don't like that pick a whole lot. All right, here's the Summy P, though. I like that one. Yeah, he took that. And he got a Silumgar Butcher, a Hardened Berserker, a Center Soul, a Strider, and then a bunch of jank. Alright, so pack 2, pick 1. Ooh, rewarded. Hidden Dragon Slayer. That guy's pretty good, right? Destroy target bomb an opponent controls. Fodder, that's interesting. Fodder due to synergy with Descent of Dragons is an interesting consideration there. Yeah, this pick's easy though, right? Kazeel says absolutely. Yeah, late Aven, I agree with you, 40 Swiss Cheese. It was late Aven and a Silumgar Butcher came a little bit late. Yeah, I agree. I agree the first pick wasn't great. All right, he took the Dragon Slayer. That was an easy one. He got another Mythic with Risen Executioner, but that card's not very good. All right. Well, he should take Tail Slash here, but I bet you... I think he's going to take the Tail Slash. Let's see what he did. Yeah, he did it. He's getting very good. So this is a draft, by the way, from my friend Adam, who is new to Magic as of Dragons of Tarkir. This is his first draft format that he's done, but he's been drafting it a lot and really trying to pick it up, and he sends me every draft that he does so that I can bang through him here, and I just figured I'll do that with you guys. Mistoof Kirin looks like the easy pick here. Yeah, Rocket Goat number 2. Twin Bolt. Wow. Nice pickup. He's going to take that. He did. And I guess you just take a Strong Arm Monk. That card hasn't really impressed, but it does seem fine here. Another Summit Prowler? Sure. Gosh, are you serious? Check this out. Rocket Goats for everybody. You guys would take Wilds out of this pick? Oh, I think a Strong Arm Monk's probably better than Wilds, but this Mistoof Kirin's insane, right? And a Dromoka Warrior? He took Rending Volley. I would definitely just take the Dromoka Warrior. It goes really well in his deck. Charger, Lightwalker, Charger, Tactician. Jeez, everything came back. Oh no! He opened Silumgar the Drifting Death. This is good. Cryptic Command, I don't know if they're still up. And no, I'm not going to do one. I've only drafted that format once or twice, and I didn't really like it. One time I drafted it was on the Magic Cruise, and Luis was there. I played against him, and he played that stupid Molder Slug against me, and I'm like, what does this do? And he's like, read it. And I'm like, oh my god. And it just completely wrecked me. I'm like, this format stinks. And he just laughed. All right, so we have 2 votes for hate drafting it. There's 2.5 votes. Wow, a lot of people are saying take Silumgar here. There's not much for us. Best card that for us is a Mardu Woe Reaper, which is not a good one. Yeah, maybe a Goreswine. I would not hate draft here though. I would take one of these two. I'd probably just take the Woe Reaper. Yeah, that's what Adam took too. I like that pick. This is so sad though. Muck Draggers, love that guy. Wow, these packs have not been kind to him. He's picking up a Goreswine or a Shockmaw Dragon. I guess I just take the Dragon. He took the Swine, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Warflare? He took a Mardu Scout. I guess that's okay. Ooh, a Heel Cutter. That's more like it. And a Teamer Battle Rage? I think I would take that. I think he's going to take Soul Summons, though. Oh, he took it! This is great. He's doing really good. Yeah, old Adam would never have taken that. Sky Captain, I like that pick. Another Gorswine. That's a good pick with the 2 Battle Rages. I would have taken this Gorswine. I don't know. Why does he keep wasting these picks on that? I'm going to bug him about that. Another Gorswine would be great. All right, so there it is. That was his whole draft. All right, I want you guys to give him a letter grade. We're going to average it out. What do you guys think? They grow up so fast. How do I regard Noble Hierarch as a first pick? You got to manage a Skyreach Manta and a 5/5. No. Noble Hierarch's very good in draft. Very good card. It's one that is not just a money pick. That card is excellent in Modern Masters 2. I do not play Pauper. I used to. I don't now, though. B+, B-. Looks like we're averaging out to a B here. What did Ore say? Did he give a grade yet? Matthew, we need a grade from an actual teacher here to sort of put a stamp on this thing. B+, B+, 3 questionable picks. Yeah, that's not bad at all, right? Yeah, she's ramp fixing and gets you attacks that you wouldn't normally get. She's great. Yeah, I see that you didn't. I'm waiting for you. Probably a B. All right. I think he'll be happy with that. He went 2-1 with the deck. You bet, Harp. It looks good to me, Thoughtseize. Or Thoughtseizes. I think that deck's really good. Like, any deck that can put up pressure, especially at instant speed, has random combo elements that can just let it win the game on the spot, and is efficient in its mana. I think it's good. Like, those are the things that I want to see from a modern deck. Matthew, that is great. Oh man, I gotta email that to him here. I think he already went to bed, but that's just too good. That's great. Yeah, I've kept my commons. I don't ever sell them. Do we want to look? From what set did you want to know? Calidus wants to know which commons I have the most of. I don't know the answer to it, but we can look. Fate Reforged. Well, there's not going to be a ton of those because it's the middle set. All right. So it looks like it is Whiskaway. I've got 30 Whiskaways, 19 Ugins, and 20 Torn Elementals. Also high on the list is Refocus, but that's just because it's there. Obviously, Aven Surveyor and Right into Being. I actually like both of those cards a lot. Yeah, but I bought these, though. I didn't draft these. I don't run that good. I probably drafted, 1 to 3 of each of these, somewhere in that range. But I bought them. I think they're gonna go up. So they were at an attractive price, and I moved in. But as far as actually drafted cards go, it is Whisk Away, Refocus, and then there's a bunch kind of right around 20 here. Some of them, it's tough because, of the playable cards, it's Whisk Away, Right into Being, Aven Surveyor. Because Archers, Crew Shock, Refocus, Ifrit maybe is playable, Skullkeeper maybe playable, Formless Nurturing's kind of meh as well. But let's look at it from let's look at it from cons. I'm actually curious about that. Cons I drafted a lot, so we actually need to go even higher here. I guess I can't sort them the way I want. Is that right? Let's see if I have... All right, well, here's a couple. Debilitating Injury 39, Dismal Backwater 43. Yeah, those are my top... Oh, here we go, Abomination. So it goes... Well, you can see what I like to play. It goes Dismal Backwater, Abomination, Injury. And then Woolly Loxodon looks... Oh, here we go. Whatever. Of the playables, it looks like Woolly Loxodon. Bear Punch is high on my list here. This is kind of interesting. Let's look at the uncommons. Yeah! 25 secret plans. What was it? Scout at 20-something? What's the Scout? Which one did I forget about? Force Away 41. Oh, and Scout the Borders. Yeah, but that's not... I actually never played it. That's funny. Scout the Borders is a card I almost never played. Oh, I have to do list view. I hate the list view. There we go. So Dismal Backwater, Scout, Abomination, Force Away, Injury, Parapet. Let's see what it looks like for... Where's Dragons? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong here? Somebody tell me. Why can't I select this? Oh, quantity settings too high? Thank you. So when I said reset all filters, I assumed that it would reset that too, but apparently that's not the case. Sidisi's Faithful. That's kind of my main one. Oh, I just wanted to get it to show up. I don't like this view at all. I like the card view better. Although this isn't really that pretty either, is it? Alright. And now I see what you're saying, Matthew. At least one. That way it doesn't show me every card in Magic. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And let's see how our match is going here. Oh, we're in. And we have been. Oof. Well, that was fun anyway. Alright, card draw spells, please. Yeah, you might want to think that I might like doing that. My real life collection, it's pretty stripped down now. I used to have a pretty decent collection, but ever since I started doing coverage all the time, my cards sat. They did absolutely nothing, and I was pretty bummed out about it. So I decided to sell most of them off. I've kept a few cards that are near and dear to my heart, but the rest are gone. Taste It. I haven't talked about that card yet. We'll talk about it. It looks cool to me. So I need to get white or black here. I guess I just have to get black. Excuse me, sorry. Doing it. Opponent is missing lands. I think they just found a Rampant Growth, though. Or a Gnarlid Pack. I will definitely trade here. Normally, I'd actually prefer to just let my opponent kind of reach in. But they're going to definitely block here because they want to try to get a card to hit a land drop. But it gives us 2 Necrogenesis targets and a card if we do. And we're actually kind of out of gas here, too. So we're going to have to leverage this Savage Twister in a pretty big way. Yes, Ephro. What up, dude? Taste that. Rune Servitor action. Graft away. I'm just going to Tribal Flames the Frogling here. Just start beating him down. Oh, draw the nut. Actually... Can't make a dude. Zero Truths, Ephro. This is, I think, the worst deck that I've drafted in the format. I've drafted it a decent amount of times now. There's no truth to this deck. It is bad. The good news is we drew all of our good cards, so we're good to go. It's going to 1-for-1 for a while and build up a force with Necrogenesis, and then if he recovers and fights through it, then I'll just Savage Twister away and then Necrogenesis again. Yeah. The last deck I drafted, which wasn't on stream, was really sweet. It's a video for CFB. But, yeah, keeping it consistent for now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, you know. Yeah, sure. Can't cast it. Blinky? It's interesting. Probably just trade one of these things off, I guess. So he blocks with Blink Moth and Graph Mage. He takes 2, goes to 2, so he'll be in Bolt range, and Cathodian will be big. What? He tried to pump it? It's got Summoning Sickness, man. Can't do that yet. I admire your effort, though. But wait, there's more? What, you got a pump spell? What is this nonsense? What nonsense is this? He used green so he can't vines for the way he wants. Repeal. That's pretty good here. Still in Bolt range, and still losing Blink Moth. But Fear Cathy. I do wish he was at 2. That would be better. Summoning Sickness is tricky on lands, though. I mean, I think he just forgot or whatever, but that is a little weird, to be fair to our opponent here. Whew. Draws the Stone Nuts. Okay, what are you going to do? Vapor Snag? Another repeal? You're just a repeal junkie? Alright, you did it. Ugh, I hate Graft. It is just so annoying on Magic Online. We might be playing LSV with all these repeals. What do you got? You can actually make me do something here. Cytoplast Rootkin. Yeah, I guess you are. I'm just going to cash in the Oracle and hit a Lightning Bolt or a Tribal Flames, or just whatever. Savage Twister and make 4 things. Spread the Sickness. That is pretty good. And we also hit the ability to play Polaka Worm if we want it. I could Twister for 2 and win. Guess so. Whatever. It doesn't actually matter how I play this, I don't think. My opponent being mana screwed and us being mana rich here is making it kind of not super relevant. All right. It doesn't matter has been called, and I stand by it. Narco, sure. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, we drafted a stinker of a deck, but thankfully for us, we ran over an equally bad deck in the first game, or in the first match, and now we're in game 1 of the second match, and our opponent seems to be mana screwed here, and I'm kind of just been halfway autopiloting through this thing, but the good news is it shouldn't matter. We're just kind of smashing anyway. Oh, the Doc's here. This just cracks me up. Man. Doc. How do you do it? You guys are great. Well, this better be something pretty spicy here from our opponent. It's a good thing. Hey, there he is. Kick twice. Alright. So can I just kill him here? Let's see. I thought it said kick twice. Oh, kicked once. I read it wrong. Alright, so we should just win then. Oh yeah, Doc always triggers raid. Combust. I guess it kills some stuff. This matchup should actually be fine for us. Barring counter spells, basically. Do we want to plummet? Opponent's playing blue. They're likely to have some flyers. We've only seen one that I remember. But it can also get stuff with Helium Squirter. It also, actually, we saw two. I should say that we saw Thrumming Bird as well as the other guy. So I think I'm going to bring in a plummet here. Oh, this thing is just a piece of work here. Look at this deck. Ugh. This is round 2. This is a 6-2-2-2. Maybe I'll cut like a Spread the Sickness. I don't like cutting removal against these these green base decks, but they're not great. Okay, Doc. Thanks, man. Have a good evening. Doc stays up hella late. Yeah, sometimes you have the expedition map on turn 1 and you just run like a god. Taste it. Taste that mappy goodness. Well, we know what color we're getting. I will not be there in Canada. We are not doing video coverage at Montreal. I will be there for Vancouver. Oh, you're getting me. Thrumming Bird in. Oh, we're mono map aggro. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, Lizard Face No Space. Scion. I wonder if I just want to actually... I was going to get a red bounce land like a... is it Boiler Works or a Gruul Turf? Because it keeps my land drops flowing. But if I just get a mountain here, I can Savage Twister away both things now. Matthew, would you Twister this turn? I mean, I can Fiery Fall for another land if I have to, but you know, getting a bounce land means that basically I get to go to 4 pretty easily here. 2-for-1s are good, but like, what does my opponent do the next turn? I guess if they played, I don't know, it feels like I'm gonna get a 2-for-1 either way, right? Like, let's say that they untap and they play Cytoplast Rootkin. If I Twister for 2, it still will kill the Thrumming Bird and the Scion of the Wild. If they play a Graft Creature, then they grow the Graft Creature, but then I still get to just get a 2-for-1, right? It wouldn't be bad. I mean, look, I wouldn't be happy about it if they dropped it, but that's just a good card. I guess I'll play it safe here and just get the mountain. Alright, well, we did it anyway. I kind of like getting a little greedier, but our hand is pretty well set up here, too. We've got lots of removal. Gnarlid pack kicked 1 times. I don't think I care about that much. I'm just going to play the Predator. I mean, I could Tribal Flames it, but I could also just trade off the Predator or whatever. Just ignore it. Thrive would have been bad. You are correct. I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that article. Interesting. Oh, look. That's good stuff. All right, opponent does not attack and narcolepsies are predator. All right, we've found a combust target. Oh. Not bad. Growth Chamber's nice draw there. Let's just get Guildmage down and we can sort of take over the game late with that because blue-green just doesn't have a way to deal with that. We just need to sort of contain the board here. I think I just combust this Cloud Elemental. Can do it whenever. Or, actually I can't do it whenever. I do have to consider... what's it called? Vines of Vastwood. Basically, my plan here is just to make this game go as long as humanly possible. Because I think I can just take over with this. Just going to take a hit from Gnarlid. He's going to pass the turn, so repping a counterspell pretty hard here. I'm not going to run the Dimir Guildmage into it. There's no real reason for me to. I'm just going to Tribal Flames this thing. He's going to repeal it. Okay. Well, now I get to play my Dimir Guildmage because I can pay for Mana Leak. A little awkward having all 3 red spells in hand with only the mountain. But that's fine. Alright, so he'll probably just tap out for a big Gnarlid pack here. Which I will probably just Fiery Fall. And then start going to work with Guildmage. Don't have enough colors for that quite yet. I think I'm going to lie here and just draw a card. What happened with Doc? What are you guys talking about? Did I miss something? Awkward. I don't think I want to cash into 2 Eldrazi for a card here, though. Do I? Maybe I just do. Marshall is... Oh, wow. Wow, okay. So somebody got real salty at Doc. That's pretty out of line. Let's pass here, I guess. I think that it's better to cash in Eldrazi Spawn to prevent effectively 8 damage than it is to cash both of them in for 1 card at this juncture. I don't know if that's true entirely or not, but I mean, I can untap and just Fiery Fall the Gnarlid pack anyway, but I think just like sort of making hay is probably the better way to do it. I'd also like to get to Etched Oracle territory here. 2 Catan Valid, well, that resolves. Alright, here's Plaguecaster Frogling, which still doesn't really quite do what we want here. This is awkward. All right, now we're in business. I can cast the Etched Oracle, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to play the Plaguecaster Frogling here and just pass. I'm at 16. I can take a hit from the Gnarlid pack anyway. Can make a 5/5 Etched Oracle here with the Frogling as well, which is kind of sweet, with potential Shroud. Uh-oh, what is this, a worm? Yeah, something weird's going on. Yeah, I like the 5/5 Oracle play next turn. Yeah, that guy's in. You did it. Make a 5/5 Oracle, 2, 3, 4. And then I can give it Shroud. And also keep a mana up to be able to sack it. So that's pretty good. What is this nonsense? Oh, it's a 7/7. All right. Well, that's pretty good here. Yeah, that's good. Really want to get this Wayfarer bauble down. Probably just going to chump block with the Placaster Frogling anyway. Perhaps greedy. It's just I have a lot to do here and could use more mana in a pretty big way. Considering just taking this, I'll still block actually. I'll just chump here. This is actually pretty close. 7/7s are rough. Is it Canada Day? Happy Canada Day. I didn't even know that. I blame James. Alright. 4/4s and 7/7s are an issue. Rune Servitor is actually a pretty decent draw here, hilariously enough. I can use it in conjunction with Fiery Fall to kill the Kavu Primarch. My opponent could just ship with the whole team here, which would be pretty rough for us. Oh, that's good. I'm glad Doc took it in stride, because that guy was way out of line. I mean, I get it that some people get a little touchy, but like that's ridiculous. Did this guy just draw a repeal? Narcolepsy. Pre-combat narcolepsy? I guess that means that you're not going to attack? Or just with the 7/7? Just not going to attack. I will admit I did not expect that. I guess I just want to use up all my mana here and use a Fiery Fall on this Wolfbriar Elemental. Oh, my clock is at 4:50? Wow, I have been chatting a lot, it looks like. Alright, well, I'm going to play faster. Okay, doing it. Okay. Yeah, Pelakka Worm was a good rip. I just totally didn't realize that our clock was this low. Actually, I'm going to wait. I should have made him discard first. Oh, he didn't block with the Tukatong. That's pretty lucky. If he would have blocked with it, he could have got all. He could have made sure to kill the worm. Now he's getting wrecked. Wow, that was lucky. Discard a land. Play a Coatl. Go. We're rumbling. Yeah, it is good. It's just very slow. It's pretty good. All right, this is definitely a clock race here. We've got the win pretty well locked up, but we need to get this last damage in. This is a good block if my opponent actually makes it this way. All right, yeah, loses both. All right. I'm not going to bother with the Blinding Soul Eater. I will, however, make a creature on end step here. I'm just F6ing pretty aggressively at this point. We've got plenty of time. We should be good. Opponent at 2 does have an additional blocker. Let's see, attack, must block everything. No, we got it. Should be able to just ship the old team in here. Engage in battle. Yeah, my opponent doesn't have any blocks here. Trample on Pelakka Worm kind of seals the deal. That's a fine chump block. That's fine, but then you're taking 3 and dying, and here you're taking 2 and dying. So, oh, this is this thing, though. And then it makes me assign the trample damage, too. All right, we did it. It's just this deck. It is pretty hilarious. I'm sure some of you guys got to see it when it was in between rounds and got a good giggle out of that. So we're in the final somehow with this thing. I gotta say, our goal at the beginning was to get the 2 packs back out of it, and we have now locked that up, but yeah, that was exciting. I'm glad the little clock changes colors. I'm just not used to, like, even when I do my videos, clock isn't an issue unless something weird happens, like I have to go get the door or, you know, something weird. But on the stream, I like talking with you guys more than I like playing the game, I think. And so I think half the time my eyes are looking over to the side and I'm reading the chat and seeing what you guys are up to and getting rated by Doc and you know, just having fun with it or whatever. And then I look over and I've got 4 minutes and it's been, you know, a pretty long game. So I probably won't do another draft after this. We're getting pretty good value out of it, and I'll be done. I don't know, starting a draft at 130 or whenever it ends up being is pushing it a little. I don't know. We'll see. The thing is, I don't go to bed for quite a while later, but also if I do a draft that late and I end up staying up till 4 or 5 or whatever, then that kind of sucks for the next day. If I stayed up till 3 or 4, it's like that's close enough, but I think the packs were weak. I've definitely gotten lucky, though. No doubt about it. I've had some really good draws. I'm also a deck building genius, so that helps. No, we ran really good. Marco, guten Morgen. Can't keep that one. Oh, sometimes you draw your expedition map, am I right? Oh, right. Is the pronunciation guide I get public? No, it's not. Yeah, deck building genius. It's the only way to explain my victories here. Yes, I love it. Mono map aggro is the way to go. Also, I should have probably played my map there. Check it out. We get to leave Lightning Bolt up. Suck it. I don't think we'll be too punished for that, but once again, I fall victim to reading the chat. Oh, something good. Bob? What the hell do I do here? Right now, I have at bare minimum six power of burn in my hand. Normally, Bob is not good in limited because you flip up 3 and 4 drops way too often and it just destroys your life total. I can do it. I speak German. Let's take a look. Exclusiva Erebos' Titan. Well, you know what it says. So long and done again to kind of clicked. So it says, as long as your opponent doesn't control any creatures, this guy is indestructible. Wow, this card is actually sweet. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. So what do I do here? Do I kill it or not? I don't have to kill it right now either way, but, like, do I just zap it? It's good in the Spirits deck, right? Like, they can gain life back and grind me. Alright, fine. I will respect the Bob. I don't know if that's correct or not. I think there's a lot of times when I'd actually just be happy that my opponent played that. Yeah, basically it says whenever a creature goes away from your opponent's graveyard, you can draw a card. Abwerfen. No, discard a card, and then you get this thing back in your hand from the graveyard. Yeah, see, look at that, Thief of Hope. So I think I actually just want to get this swamp instead of the bounce land here. It's a little... Well, no, I can get a bounce land because I can Fiery Fall if I need to. So I need to get a green one, and then I guess red is the next most important color. That thing's going to get nameless inverted right out of here. Have I ever seen Spirits in the final before? Absolutely. Spirits is very strong. Like, they're probably going to beat us. It's a bad matchup for us because their deck's good and ours isn't. Waxmane Braku? Alright. Always yes. Always yield. I guess I just need to snap off this Baku here. Or maybe I can just develop my board, actually. Yeah, it can support probably one... I don't think I'm going to do both. I'll just let him have the Baku for now. I think it can get better later, but for now it's probably not that great. Opponent's just passing here. Oh. I'm just not going to block here. I think they've got the 4-2, and they're just like, well, I'll just get it back anyway or whatever. Attempt to 7 you. Attempt works. Okay, what's your play? What do you just have nothing? I don't even know what's going on here anymore. Guess we're racing. I mean, I'm supposed to win this race. I have lethal next turn. Like, if my opponent just goes, like, tap out for some big creature that I can kill with Fiery Fall, then they're just dead. The Baku never really becomes a major threat. It becomes a thing. But my opponent did nothing last turn. Had 5 mana and just was like, yeah, go. Gotta figure they gotta have some removal here. Yeah, I just don't get it. I'm just going to attack. Assume that one of these is going to die. Alright, well. Does this work? Got an arcane spell. I can get you to 1. If they don't have an instant speed arcane whatever for this thing, it's arcane, right? Yeah, they just have nothing. I don't know. I have no idea what just happened. Combust. Probably worth it still. That was just the weirdest game. Savage Twitcher should be pretty good against this. Necrogenesis is fantastic. Get those stupid things out before they can get soul shifted back. Maybe he didn't get a third color. That's an interesting question, risky investment. Opponent's just doing nothing. I think I'm fine with that. And missing land drops now too. Yeah, I hate the discard. But I've got double bounce land in my hand. Alright, you guys ready to rumble?